The High Tide at Gettysburg by Will Henry Thompson. A cloud possessed the hollow field, the gathering battle's smoky shield. Athwart the gloom the lightning flashed, and through the cloud some horsemen dashed, and from the heights the thunder pealed. Then at the brief command of Lee, moved out that matchless infantry, with Pickett leading grandly down, to rush against the roaring crown of those dread heights of destiny. Far heard above the angry guns, a cry across the tumult runs, the voice that rang from Sheila's woods and Chickamauga's solitudes, the fierce South cheering on her sons. Ah, how the withering tempest blew against the front of Pettigrew, a Kamsin wind that scorched and singed, like that infernal flame that fringed the British squares at Waterloo. 1,000 fell where Kemper led, 1,000 died where Garnett bled. In blinding flame and strangling smoke, the remnant through the batteries broke, and crossed the works with Armistead. Once more in glorious van with me, Virginia cried to Tennessee, we two together, come what may, shall stand upon these works today, the reddest day in history. Brave Tennessee, in reckless way, Virginia heard her comrades say, close round this rent and riddled rag, what time she set her battle flag amid the guns of Doubleday. But who shall break the guards that wait before the awful face of fate? The tattered standards of the South were shriveled at the cannon's mouth, and all her hopes were desolate. In vain the Tennessean set his breast against the bayonet. In vain Virginia charged and raged, a tigress in her wrath uncaged, till all the hill was red and wet. Above the bayonets mixed and crossed, men saw a grey gigantic ghost receding through the battle cloud, and heard across the tempest loud the death cry of a nation lost. The brave went down without disgrace. They leaped to ruin's red embrace. They heard fame's thunders wake, and saw the dazzling sunburst break in smiles on glory's bloody face. They fell who lifted up a hand and bade the sun in heaven to stand. They smote and fell who set the bars against the progress of the stars, and stayed the march of motherland. They stood who saw the future come, on through the fight's delirium. They smote and stood who held the hope of nations on that slippery slope, amid the cheers of Christendom. God lives, he forged the iron will that clutched and held the trembling hill. God lives and reigns, he built and lent the heights where freedom's battlement, where floats her flag in triumph still. Fold up the banners, smelt the guns, love rules, her gentler purpose runs. A mighty mother turns in tears the pages of her battle years, lamenting all her fallen sons.